Y'all know DJ Khaled. He raps, he dances, he produces. Nope, he does none of those things. I don't actually know what his talent is, but I do know that he's really famous. He puts out solid albums. He is a Palestinian-American, and he has yet to say a word, a mumbling word about what's going on in Gaza. And you can say that's not his duty, fine. He tweeted words of love and comfort to the people of LA because of these fires. Now, again, that makes sense. He got a lot of friends in LA. I presume since his family's in Palestine, he might have some people out there too. But a lot of people said this is weird. This is eerie. This is calculated. This is cynical. This is cruel. All the stuff. I have my own thoughts on whether or not DJ Khaled should be saying something. DJ Khaled should be saying something. But it's not my business to say because I'm not Palestinian. So I'm not out here going to tell a Palestinian what they should be doing about Palestine. But it is weird. And I just wonder, is DJ Khaled so political inside of music that he can't be political in the actual world of politics? Anyway, here to help me think through that stuff are two friends of the show. On my left on the screen, you know him. He's a content creator. He was a body double for Varnell Hill on that special episode of Martin. He is the HBCU's finest. He comes from the second oldest HBCU in America, Lincoln University, which was visited by Kwame Nkrumah and Albert Einstein. A brilliant institution, a wonderful institution. He is smart. He is funny. He is Jameer Pond. Greetings, sir. He doesn't know how to use unmute yet, so we'll go to our second guest. Joining us.
Wait, I did. No, hey.
I can't hear you. Joining us all the way from the mean streets of our nation's capital. That's where she's from. But now she resides where the money resides, in the Ohio State's Columbus, where she is a professor of women's and gender studies.
Indeed.
She is an authoress.
Like
Yes. She is an authoress. She is a what else you do? I had your book right here too. Somebody moved it. She is an authoress. She is a scholar. She is a writer. She is a creative. She is a cultural critic. And well, I'll tell you that in a second. Anyway, she is the Dr. Treva B. Lindsey. Show your love, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, how you all doing?
So you two are like a hit, man. People be like, yo, I want them back. You know, we couldn't get it together for yesterday, and it was like, I was just gonna go live with one of y'all, and then it was like, no, I want them both. If I can't have them both, I don't want them. So
package deal.
My sense though was they were okay without me there, but they definitely wanted both of you.
Respect.
But we're here tonight, so that is great.
So DJ Khaled, right? I'm struggling with this, right? Like, it would be weird to me if a white person was like, "Why that black dude ain't say nothing about all that black shit happening over there?" So I'm always uneasy. Mm-hmm. Like I try to stay in my lane, and I don't care how cool I am with Palestinians. I ain't Palestinian, right? So I never want to be that guy.
Yeah.
So what I try to do is just retweet Palestinians and talk shit about them, right? Like y'all, that's y'all business, right? That's y'all business. And I understand why he would send his love to LA. People in LA deserve love. I think what I struggle with is whenever I look at DJ Khaled's choices, they never look sincere. It always looks like an industry release. It always looks like a campaign. Nothing ever seems like I don't know if there's a real person inside of him. At least not since the Diddy parties.
Oh wow! I didn't know you was gonna go there.
Just out the gate.
Out the gate. Okay.
What are you sipping already?
This is sake.
Nope. Okay. You know, this is always challenging to me because, like you, I want to follow the lead of our Palestinian sibs here. And mostly I just retweet their shade or re-engage what they're saying and listening to what they're saying. But I haven't taken this man seriously for a number of reasons. But it is really sad for me. And I'll just say that is what I feel I have space to be with regards to this. As someone whose parents, I believe one of his parents is from Ramallah, like you have to have family there. Like even just concern for your loved ones and the loved ones of people within your community. It just seems odd to me. I have no idea what might be happening behind the scenes, but with someone like Muhammad Khaled, that it would seem as though that
was a little shade too.
You might be more public about this, and you might want to use your platform as you said, one of the most known Palestinian people. But I think it's like he's running far away because there's a curation of who this man is, right? Like everything about him, as you said, feels very industry. It's very like suddenly he's with this group and this person is here, he's on this yacht, he's on this thing, and he's just everywhere with a talent that I'm told that he has that in these rooms, right? That doesn't mean there aren't good projects that come from there. There absolutely are many projects that I
did was a monster,
right? Like, so this is not about that, but literally we're watching one of the greatest human atrocities of our lifetime, and someone who preaches about love in their music and we're one and we're winning, who has a direct connection to this just devastating turn, like at day after day of devastation and nothing. And the LA hit feels like I need to stay good with the industry. So here I am. And I'm sure he does actually feel sad for them, as we all should. It is devastating what is happening there. It is devastating when we're seeing people's homes burn down to the ground, legacies, generations, all of that. Memories you can't get back, and people's lives that were lost. It is also harrowing to watch people burning alive on our timelines, which we've also seen in the context of Gaza. So it is very hard for me to reconcile a lot of people remaining silent in this moment. And suddenly this is selectively the thing that we can be outraged collectively about, but we can't be outraged about people being burned alive, about universities being destroyed, about ecocide, which undoubtedly has had an impact on what we're seeing across the world.
Hell yeah. This is such an interesting moment, Jameer. For the last year, we've sort of seen what people are made of, right? Mm-hmm. There are people who have stood up and said, this thing is wrong, right? When it was George Floyd, it was a little bit easier, right? Mm-hmm. There was a way that everybody, because it was also popular to say it until it wasn't, right? But it was popular. Yeah. It wasn't popular to say abolish the police, but it was popular to say Black Lives Matter for like 2 weeks solid. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was popular to say like this George, there were things that were popular and everybody jumped on it. Everybody they were racing to see who could be more progressive. Mm-hmm. This Palestine thing happens. And look, I understand that's not everybody's priority issue. I understand everybody doesn't know a lot about it. I get that. I'm not saying everybody needs to be going all Semper Fi for every issue. But it seemed like there were people who wanted to say something and didn't. And that's different, right? Celebrities text me and say, yo, I appreciate you saying that. That shit is wrong what's going on over there. I wish I could say something. That has happened to me. If it's happened once, it's happened 30 times. And sometimes it's politicians who tell me that. Sometimes it's actresses and actors who tell me that. Sometimes it's singers who tell me, and it's like, what are we talking? Even and now we got rappers, Jameer. Mm-hmm. What's the point of being a rapper if you can't say like shit like this?
Well, first of all, rapper is, you know, I don't know, but a way stretch. But what I will say is that I think he chose capitalism. I mean, look, this is the industry of show. This is show business, and DJ Khaled is a curator of said show. I think that he chose getting a bag over staying on a platform and saying that, which is again a reason why so many people hit you on the side. It's not like they don't want to be involved, I'm sure, but you know, not everybody can make the sacrifice or afford the sacrifice that people like you have made, that people, and not many, let's just keep it a buck, not many people want to.
Yeah, no, they definitely don't want to
fall on that.
Yeah, they don't want to.
They don't want to because they know what that could mean financially for them, or like brand deals or all these things. And so people like DJ Khaled stay silent on issues like that. I really wish he would have said something, but I also did not expect DJ Khaled to stand on that. He's a slogan guy. We the best. He got deals. He's in movies. It seemed like a stretch.
Yo, I've been in Miami.
Closeness, but
in my backsliding days, I've been to Miami and
slide to the backside,
outside, and seen Khaled, right?
Mm-hmm. And
it's all love. And I remember one time somebody walked up to him and was like, "Yo, can you say something on my Instagram?" He was like, "Yo, what's that? We the best." And he was like, "Yo, say free Palestine." It was a Palestinian. He was like, "Whoa, turn that shit off." He was like, "Turn this." Yeah. I'm not even joking. He was like, "Turn that off."
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, okay, I see what type of time he on. He didn't even want it on a. It was I think it was a TikTok at the time. He was just like, yeah. It was wild. So I don't understand. Jameer, a music question for me. What is, because there are questions about what Khaled does. Now I understand the albums. He just EPs. He's basically just getting people together. He's just a people collector, and he's putting these stuff out. I get it. I ain't mad at that. Like, again, Hove's verse on God Did was legendary. I actually think, like, if you can put stuff together, not everybody can do that, right? Mm-hmm. But he ain't Quincy Jones. You know what I mean? He ain't scoring this music. He ain't right. What is his talent?
I think he falls in the line of, like, in the vein of Diddy and people who are vibe curators. And I'm not saying that they're the same person, but like they fall in the tent of, I mean, I don't know their personal business, but like they're vibe curators. They go in, they know people, they have good relationships. They probably have he probably has a really good ear for music, and is able to assist, but I don't think I know he ain't touching records. That's what I know he ain't this. So I don't.
But how do you get to become a vibe? This is what I'm saying. Like Diddy, I understood from a hustle, from an A&R, from a promoter standpoint. How do you get from?
He was hustling. He's early. I mean, he's early in New Orleans, right? You got to remember, like New Orleans is where he's first, right, in his early life. That's where his family is settled, and so he is working with Birdman, Wayne, Lovato, like
what?
No, their breakthrough, like. Working with them on sound.
An actual DJ though,
and he was a DJ.
That's what I'm trying to get at. So he's a DJ. He is because I know he started off as a DJ, but was he a talented? Like DJ Vlad was a DJ, and from what I heard, he was actually a good DJ, right? Like
he was in radio stations. Like he was
when he gets to Miami, like, doing the Luke show. Like when he gets there, like he really is somebody. He had a pirate DJ station. Like there's trajectory that he takes that is very like scrappy DJ coming up, moving through, making connections with artists early. And I think that goes to Jameer's earlier point about having that ear. Like, you know what artists are going to break from a city. Like certain people just have that kind of inclination. And then they build relationships. He does seem like a relationship builder. Like, he is. Like he curates a good time. I understand from the kind of cultural perspective the Diddy comparison, but I think that there's something very distinct because Diddy's almost feels more business. There is something about Khaled that is still grounded in music, like that is still grounded in like what he's hearing and the music he's hearing growing up, and you can hear that in there, which again goes back to our, you know, bro, where you at on Palestine? Because his parents, he's listening to Arabic music. He's listening to that. And that informs a lot of his kind of earlier work, especially.
Okay, fair enough.